Man, first of all, the circle, this game has been absolutely phenomenal. What a quick game of Sanhok we are having. Within the first 9 minutes, we were already down to 11 teams remaining.
Meanwhile, on the west side, finally, for Miracle, will try and punish the team. They were hugging the edges for the longest time. TWOB will lose Anonymous. Reaper finds one. The rest of TWOB is going to be shoved away. And guess what? They found another one as well. It's going to be SouL joining into third party. Superman getting chipped away. And TWOB might be able to lose a life. They're running through Camp Alpha.
We're doing quite well for themselves. And then for some reason decided to move along with that northern shoreline, running into the line of fire for 4M. And I mean, it is going to be interesting to see what happens to these edge teams, because there's SouL, there's Phoenix, there's 4M. Cincinnati Kids, by the way. How do they find a way to climb that cliff? Well, the knock secured, but the players are versatile, but it will be Hero Extreme Godlike who can find the frag for themselves. The nade goes out. Do they find the connection? Simp with the follow-up, but no knock secured any further. The pressure from Versatile.
We need it as well. He almost gets taken out, but out in the open, he gets shot from afar. That's going to be SouL joining the third party, but it's going to be SouL that finishes him as well. Phoenix Esports stuck in a very, very difficult spot. Can he make things work? Sees the pixel, goes for his shot as well, but he almost dropped down low. He's going to try and make it a 10, but he will fall. It is going to be SouL right at the broken walls.
Yeah, man, SouL have been standing here for a long time. They've been left unbothered. The walls and the buildings protecting them all this while. 5 eliminations secured, but look at the esports. All right, keeping their heads down, not being involved in the fights. They stay alive, but Phoenix...
What?
Yeah, can't really go anywhere. They were pinned behind this cliff. SouL, they show up to capitalize. Just a quick 1-2 knockout coming in. Points on the board. Reset the focus towards Cincinnati Kids as soon as Phoenix, they get eliminated from the game. 4 versus 4 versus 3 situation. SouL with 4 players. Likita Esports with 4 players. And Cincinnati Kids left with 3. No, the circle isn't theirs as well.
Seems to be have taken a lot of space, and we're down to the final 2.
Yeah, the top 2 teams remaining, and SouL coming in for the cleanup. Mania knocked out. Goblin finds the frag. This is going to be a prize fight. The nade goes out. Knuckle drop down to around 50 HP, but Hector, it's a 4 versus 4 situation. 2 players from the side of Likita Esports were dropped very low in terms of HP, but same can be said for the lads from SouL. The open recovery is going to be close to impossible, but Knuckle, look at him, uses the US 4 cover, the drive-by from Hector. It draws the attention away from his teammates, but still the shotgun finds the knocks, and now all of a sudden the advantage swings in the favor of SouL, as even in the back lines, Neo, he did not have any HP to work with. The first hit comes through. Zyrex as well, down to 50% HP. These 2 individuals, they need to find their trades. It's not even going to happen. The recovery is there. Mania brought back. Zyrex, the last man in a 1v4, can't do anything about it. And finally, the fans were waiting for it. SouL, they secure their first chicken dinner of the Realme BGIS 2025, the grind.
That's a little bit unfortunate, but guess what? Here he comes. SouL gonna go head-to-head against 8-bit, and Wise gonna be stuck in an awkward spot as well. He got 2 knock, but he's pretty much done for as well. He tried his best, but where is the rest of 8-bit right now?
Some, the change that was made, let's see how it works out. Termi goes for the spray, the pre-fire into that door, but Mania from the flank finding the frag, completely ignored. An element of surprise that 8-bit, SouL who were caught off guard, but 8-bit as well. No opportunity to reset, no ammunition as well in that M4. He will have to rely on the UMP, but finally Knuckle falls. Hunters
try and come into this fight, but seems like Mania gets scouted out by Ash. Oh, almost clipping him by at the edge as well, but Mania could be going for the nade. It looks good, and Termi gets knocked off, and that's going to be leaving Ash, the last remaining player coming from 8-bit.
No armor, just the level 2 helmet to work with. No utility on him as well. Mania again going for the off angle. It is coming to an end. Almost messing things up. A pixel on Knuckle. He goes down, but as I said, from the flank, the IGL finds the frag, and it is going to be SouL with 4 points secured.
They were spread out, and now they're caught in a rough spot. Beast on the second floor as well. Sarvi getting popped in with Beast going in for the shots
in the overall leaderboard, especially when they're having such a good day for them. But K9 Esports and Metal combined together. Can they finish each and every one of them? Trying to find the answer to. First things they do is steal the points that are lying on the floor. Omega, he falls down, getting eliminated by the hands of his former team. Beast as well. First 11 minutes of the match, 8 finishes already secured, and it is not even the substitution that is doing well for them. It's the new addition, the new acquisition, Hunters. Look at the eSport, they are now pinned in that dip. 3 nades being cooked. And they're going to be lobbed to perfection as well, I believe. Enough damage is going to be dished out.
Phoenix from the northwest corner, they have a very, very nice rich SouL controlling the tempo of this game. They have 9 finishes smack middle of the zone as well.
But now SouL against Phoenix. It is going to be Metal Sprints that gets involved, and he gives the opening for this fight with Venom knocked out. SouMei capitalizes, secures the finish point for his team, and SouL hit double digits with that. And this push is going to be an awkward one. Fury leading the charge. His vehicle is going to be stopped, and he has been baited out into this, but he still finds the opener. Phoenix, what was that? Fury, quite furious. SouMei as well. He's chiming in, finds the second against the players of Phoenix. Hunters with the cleanup. But, and we all know Phoenix, even with a single player, can be quite lethal. On the other side, the distraction comes through in the form of Reckoning Esports from the flank, looking to climb that hill.
Just a pixel. Shadow spots him out, gets the knock in.
Well, and look at this though. It was over his head. It was an attempted run over, but the frag still comes through Esports. They are trying their level best, but it turns out it is not going to be enough. They need a little bit extra. They need to be lucky this time. This is the first time I've said it for anyone. It's not favoring them, but look at this. SouL already 15 points on the board, and there are still more players left. There are still more bodies available for them to pick up.
A little bit blind. They've set up a lot of smokes, but not a lot of aggression. Meanwhile, SouL once again on the hunt. They are going to go head-to-head against 4 AM.
Ouch, Wizard. That's not how magic works. That may be the other way to make it work. Just a disappearing act coming in from 4 AM as the nades are thrown towards them. Manya, one after the other. He's not stopping. He's not slowing down. 20 finishes on the board already. 7. There's one more lad with 7, and SouL. It is going to be a soulful performance coming from them in this match. Sarang in the backlines knocked out the lad from Revenant X-Pac, but godlike. This is going to be such a tough defeat for them. Punk is going to get knocked out, but no, maybe. In kind, Spray God hits the floor. The shots coming in from SouL. SouMei, another point on the board. And of course, you talk about those super subs. He is one of them. Everything he touches turns to gold, and that includes his team as well. 22 points. Hunters with 4, Manya with 7, Knuckle with 3. This team is absolutely unstoppable right now.
My goodness, they're taking the fights. Everyone, they've got the knock on Sarang as well. They've got the knock on Shadow, and guess what? And now Hero Extreme Godlike is going to be next as well. Revenant X-Pac completely wiped off the floor, and Jonathan is going to try and play his true, but he can't get the knock. But the drive by SouMei goes in for the hunt. Hunter's now going for the bait, and he is going to survive. And guess what? Hero Extreme Godlike also getting taken out. 27 finishes for SouL.
If Amod goes out, it'll be 28, an unrealistic number in this meta. This point structure has been there for years. No one in the history has ever been able to hit this. This is a legacy. This is what this BGMI is all about. And they make it happen. 28 points on the board. 10 for the chicken. They've done it. It might just be in the grind, but hey, it is still going to be a record for this entire tournament.
Never have I seen it in BGMI history for this absolute domination from SouL. SouMei comes in, completely shifts the entire tide of the game, taking every single fight there is and coming out on top. SouL has just made history. They are back. It's the SouL that we have known for a long time, but this is the first time that I've seen them so confident.
टीम सोल आज सिर्फ वो यहाँ पे कमबैक नहीं कर रहे, आज रिकॉर्ड बनाने की है बारी, बट इम्पोर्ट जैसा नाम कर रहे भी वैसा, बट स्प्रेड कवर एवरीथिंग इज परफेक्शन, एंड टीम सोल एक ऐसा तूफान है जो पूरी लॉबी को साफ करके गया है। कमाल का मैच हमें देखने को मिला है टीम सोल की तरफ से। ये वो रिकॉर्ड है जिसे तोड़ने से कोई ना तोड़ पाए।
देखिए, मोहर लगा देनी चाहिए कि इतिहास को बदल पाना अब असंभव होगा, और ये 28 फिनिशेस का जो चिकन डिनर है, मुझे नहीं लगता दोबारा ऐसा कुछ नजारा हमें देखने को मिलेगा।
This fight will be interesting to be witnessed. Shots taken, and what a shot that was from Punk! A 2-tap, and that's going to be a dirt nap.
But on top of the mountain, of course, we have a friendly battle, which is not friendly anymore. It's SouL versus Team 8-Bit, and 8-Bit are chasing them down. Mani, of course, the first one to lay down that nade itself. Team SouL have an amazing opportunity to gatekeep them, and also they've got the high ground advantage. How can 8-Bit fight against the odds and make a comeback? Look at Mafia making that mad dash, but there is Ronnie up top. He can actually connect that fight. Team 8-Bit going in all in, sending the entire forces, but Team SouL still holding strong. SouL, they are fighting with their lives, but it's just one man who is left, but he delivers. It's going to be Hunters. All the questions have been answered.
Manya, considering he was so up close and personal, the opponents never really expected that. And now CK, they enter the fray. What a quick third party that was. They've got the upper edge inside of the fight, considering all the 4 players on the board. And considering they knew SouL's going to be hurt, they took that right moment and made that push. And just like that, SouL has been eliminated from the game. But now OG, with all the pressure on top of their heads, they need to defend this warehouse. A beautiful play. Nate from Team Tumblers is also going to flush out Aru, the man who was making the most. And now AKOP left to make it a 1-on-2.
Too much pressure on his shoulders, but the star boy needs to come up shining right now. Has the S12K in hand, finds the first one, finds the second one as well. This man does not stop, but the challenge has not yet gotten over yet.
K9 Esports, thank you God for listening. The drop fight is going to happen towards Camp Alpha, but before that, this TWOB, the world of battle, and instantly send them packing to the lobby.
Phoenix rises up from the ashes as they eliminated a bigger foe, and now you move on towards SouL versus K9 Esports, a fight that's been going on for decades, but this time it's SouL.
That's not all, Necro. Likita Esports also, they're looking for a third party, so I believe SouL, they have to go for a reset instantly. Luckily for them, only one player lost. What was Goblin doing? They just looked at what was happening and were like, all right, no.
Yeah, you know what? Goblin is like, I'm all by myself, guys. I'm not really going to go for this. I do understand we might just have the advantage, but you guys really do not want to back me up.
What are the moves, man? Just incredible presence of mind. Sees the players on the stairwell right after I praised this. Game
Oh my God!
Legend! Oh my goodness, what was that? The shotgun, sliver of HP remaining. His armor is gone. One shot is all he has to win this 1v1, running into the corner.
He's just waiting for the man to try and leave that revival, maybe make that push, but legit uses this time to patch himself up. This one man looking to strike down both the players and flip the odds, maybe. They were way too exposed out in the open. So many teams took shots against him. Can't even blame that. Hero Extreme Godlike now making a push out in the open against SouL and Hunters. He hunts down the first man, looking for SouL already with the advantage off the rip inside of the fight, but even Manya was knocked out. But just like that, Manya too back up on his feet. The early game advantage now in the hands of SouL inside of this fight.
Raiden is going to be forced to pick up Samrat. And now Orangutan continuing the push. They see the weak sides of versus now. Get out. Orangutan with 5 finishes.
Orangutan, solid stuff. BXD still the players out in the open, but look at what's happening here. SouL, they make the pounce against TWOB, and just like that, within the blink of an eye, it's like they were not even in this vicinity. They were not even a competition for SouL.
Oh my
5 finishes already racked up, and one of the